People just assumed that this was a hobby for me until I proved otherwise.
I took each day as it came, from just wanting a degree in architecture to actually working and now running my own firm.
I chose design to escape math, but little did I know, numbers would never leave me.
Why are spaces designed and created by women more open and inclusive? Do you think a woman's perception of spaces is different from men?
I feel women have that innate ability to be able to, read between the lines, sort of, look at spaces as experiences. We're inherently people. Like we have better people skills. I like to believe that. We have softer skills that I think blend beautifully into creating spaces for people. At the end of the day, like our job is such, like everything's on the drawing board. And then it's all about translating and it's all about people management. It's all about sort of, getting the right nuance.
See, I think women are born to multitask. So the way they look at a space is from a totally different perception. Even a small, piece of furniture or something kept on it is meant to start some conversation. So the way you look at a space is very open, very fluid. So I would definitely say that it is different from a man's perspective.
I definitely think like women's perception is probably like falls on a wider spectrum. So if the perception is different or not comes like on the grounds of the willingness to sort of like try new things. Like for example, if for me, I feel like I would go from like trying a black to hot pink or like a plate to like floral, anything as long as it would give me a different variation.
Do you see a visible difference in the position for women in the field? Did people take you seriously when you started out versus right now? Like I said previously as well, of course, like any other industry, experience is what matters. And of course, when you're starting out, you yourself are not as confident as you are currently or as you sort of move forward in your career. There was that whole learning curve that I went through personally as well, where I wanted to kind of learn the trade. So because of that, I worked with two different architects, kind of built my confidence, made sure that I kind of had on-site experience, learned the tricks of the trade, the business in general. I found my place in the sun finally. There's a whole learning trajectory and we all have to kind of go through it.
No, people don't take you seriously in the start. And I was in a new city. I was with totally unreferred contacts and people would say I was very petite and ये लड़की कर लेगी क्या? And then I would promise them execution of the designs. So they would be like, are you sure you can execute? Are you sure budgets ho jayega? Are you sure this, that? And I was like, what doubt do they have? There's no doubt within myself. What doubt? But yeah, it's a journey. As you said, Shivani, you have to go there, you have to perform, you have to burn your fingers and then come back and then you get more experience. So now people take you seriously.
There is a perception that it's easy for women to succeed in the design business since it's a woman's field as opposed to architecture. How did this help or hurt your career?
Definitely helps that, a woman can understand the soft part of designing and understand design better. About architecture, if you're doing what I am doing, which is very invitational architecture, it helps because then you're not doing hardcore architecture. You're doing stuff where you can add the feel of interiors outside and it's like that inside out interior architecture.
I think with me also it would be the same because even though I studied architecture, I sort of like feel like drifted towards interior design and I'm stuck there.
And you can be a better interior designer, forgive me, but a better interior designer if you're an architect.
The number of years you have been in the field is no longer equivalent to success. How has this changed with more and more young women starting their own businesses?
It has definitely changed a lot. It was difficult that time. It was, the industry was kind of not so pro for innovation. It was like a set trend, and starting on your own was a complete no-no. But now things are so dynamic, things are so open, it's one world, and you can just get out there, do one good job, and project yourself well on social media, have a good story running, and you're on. I love the pulse of the moment now than what it was.
You know, after I finished college and then I worked under someone, and I didn't have to think twice taking that leap, also because that was the environment around me, and I would also say, everything probably aligned. We just needed one chance, somebody to take that risk and say, yeah, okay, you do this. And thankfully we got that.
I mean, I think I somewhere fall in the middle where I went with the formula and then took the plunge. But it's so refreshing to see that there is no formula anymore. There is no right way, there is no, everyone's journey is so unique. Everyone is sort of paving their own path. Would you rather seek a client for your style or mold your style as per your client? I would definitely be the first.
For me, it's the second.
I would synergize.
Would you rather be the most popular or the most exclusive in the business? Exclusive.
I mean, out of the given options, probably exclusive.
Would you rather report and fight the trolls or block and ignore them? Block and ignore.
Block and ignore.
All of us. Block and ignore. Would you rather be the face of your brand or stay behind the scenes and let your work speak for you?
I think a good balance of both.
Behind the scenes.
Balance of both as well. Would you rather collaborate with artistic individuals or global brands?
Artistic individuals, any day.
Both.
Yeah, likewise. I think the need of the project would determine this for sure. Would you rather take a safe project to build your brand or go out there and experiment with something unconventional?
Experiment.
Experiment.
Experiment. I think this one is a no-brainer for all of us.
What kind of collaborations are you a part of that are changing the conversation? Going further, what kind of collaborations can we look forward to?
We're collaborating all the time. Currently, for example, we're collaborating with an architect to make this piece of furniture which can only be done in a medium where this architect specializes in.
You know, I truly feel that it takes a village to do what we do. Whether it's the designers on board, the architects, the stylists, the vendors, the brands that come on board, like you correctly mentioned, Pooja. I think everyone lends to the process.
I also run an organization called the Artist Project. So where we work with rural artisans who sort of do not have the means or access to technology, and their work is extremely intricate. So right now, we're trying to do a home divider between a dining and a living with their signature artwork.
That is so interesting.
This would be a stellar piece. I also just feel that the last 2 years has been a great opportunity for everyone to come together as a community. And I feel that sense of community. I finally feel like we've come into that, that space where, because of social media and just various, events that we end up meeting other, industry folks. I feel like that sense of community, that sense of bonding, that sense of encouraging each other has come. And I genuinely feel that, women are now building women. And we've come at that age, that time in our industry where we're all doing that with panache, and we're all kind of proud of it. We're proud of each other. And that's beautiful to see, honestly.